Colm and Lucy podcast with Colm Hayes and Lucy Kennedy.
From Nova.ie and Radio Nova.
Welcome along to another Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show podcast. Oh, guests everywhere you look in this podcast. John Connors pops in to say hello. Deirdre O'Kane pops in to say hello. And that's the end of the guests. We have no, it's not actually. We have Colin Farrell, because we have a movie review for Dumbo the Elephant with our man of the movies, Clinton. Colin Farrell pops in. There's a lot of popping in. Simon Darcy, who created a very special game, he pops in, but only on the phone. And kids do and say the darndest things. We'll be talking about that, and also we'll be talking to a few callers as well. This is just so exciting. I can't wait. It's the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show podcast.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show.
John Connors,
Hello.
Radio Nova.
John Connors.
Hello. Good morning, John.
Award-winning love-hate actor. We have to say that he is an award-winning actor. Thank you for gracing us with your company.
Thanks for having me.
And presently in the Viking Theatre down Clontarf Road, and that's till this Saturday with your one-man play.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
How's it going? Fill us in. I've obviously seen a little sneaky snippet of this when we lived together. But tell people about it.
It's going great, yeah. We started off in New York to an interesting reception. It wasn't really a theatre sort of audience. It was more of a gig audience and a lot of expats screaming. But they loved it. It's about all the cheerful subjects, I suppose. Racism, abuse, the Catholic Church,
light
classism, all that kind of stuff.
All happy Irish.
But it's
all the
quite
happy
funny
stuff,
though. It's got funny bits in
It
it.
is actually, yeah. It's like, has all these heavy themes, but the trick is that it is funny. Like the first 15 minutes is, I'm telling the story about how James, who I'm telling the story through, wants to go to Ibiza. And his dream was to always go to Ibiza, him and his friends, since they saw Kevin and Perry go large.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of comedy until it kind of hits you a punch to the stomach at a certain point.
But it's you sitting on a stool straight down.
Yeah, thanks for
audience.
spoiler alert there.
Never said that before, but yeah, thanks.
But it's you on your own.
Yeah, it's me on my own.
On a stool.
Yeah.
And like, do you get off the stool? Do you jump around? Do you
we're
get
not gonna
changed? Do
get
you put
into
on
that.
wigs
We're
or
not gonna
costumes?
get-
Like,
that's
come
a
on, John.
That's a surprise.
Did you write it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this your first major play to write?
First play to write, yeah. I just wanted to do with theatre because it's the language, the medium is language.
Yeah.
And as opposed to cinema or film, like you're trying to kind of tell more without words. So that appealed to me because of a lot of things to say about Ireland.
Yeah.
And it kind of wrote itself, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I wrote it in a couple of sit-downs and it was just a 2-hour monologue, essentially.
Right.
And then I got the
2
director.
hours?
No, it's not now. It's an hour now. But
Jeez.
I got the director on board, Jimmy Smallhorn, who helped me edit it and reconstruct it, and and it's kind of developed since then.
Which
John,
are
I have a
just-
question. Lucy Kennedy, Virgin Media. What do you do if you need to do a wee-wee during it?
Just hold it in.
Thank you.
It makes you
You're
more
always
excited.
asking
Yeah.
bowel movement questions. Like, why do you always do that?
No idea. Just to say,
Oh, no, he does.
we're Facebook Live at the moment because this is also part of our first live caricature, which Lucy is actually.
I'm the first.
You're the
Yeah,
first.
you're my first.
Right.
Well, I was a test guinea pig yesterday in the office, so we won't reveal that
But
one.
I did call him naked by mistake, and he looked like Mr. Burns.
Yeah, a little bit. So was Love Hate the big break
Will
for
I
you?
draw?
Yeah, I suppose like love hate because 1.5 million people were watching it per week, so it was a bit of a phenomenon. And I didn't really know what was coming, which was absolute madness, and still is madness to this day.
Just walking down the street. I'd
Just
say.
walking down the street, you get mobbed. Like if one person gets you, they're suddenly queuing up around the corner to do selfies with you. So
That's
it's a
mad,
bit
isn't it?
bizarre.
How do you deal with that?
I'm not very well.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Yeah, because you seem like a sort of a shy bloke.
I'm private, put it that way.
Yeah.
So it's not. It wasn't something that I did very well with.
Yeah.
But I've learned to kind of deal with it now. And the thing is, you don't want to be that person that says no to these things. You don't want to be that bad rep. You don't have that bad rep.
You don't want to punch a photographer, okay?
Exactly.
So,
well, you do want it, but you don't.
But also, you got to sort of play that game as well.
Yeah, and you have to remember that every person that comes up to you, it's the first time they've come to you,
There you go.
themselves. They don't know that 200 people has already asked you for a selfie that day, and that you're after having a bad day.
Yeah.
They don't know that, so.
But also,
Do you get still asked for selfies for
Every
Love
day.
Hate fans?
Oh yeah. Love Hate and the Cardboard Gangsters as well, yeah.
yeah. So
Cardboard Gangsters is kind of cool. I don't know if anyone. Well, people have seen it, of course. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but my son saw it and he absolutely loved it.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Well,
so
he
it's
brought
on my
me
list.
around to where all the different scenes are filmed.
Yeah,
Mad.
we had some interesting things happen, didn't
Some
we?
interesting encounters.
It's all
And
filmed
yeah.
around Darndale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all filmed around there. Yeah.
So just to say that also coming out in November, Living with Lucy, in one of the
No,
episodes.
it's coming in September.
September.
Lucy shit in me bed.
No, I didn't. His cat.
You did. You did.
Let's explain.
That's a spoiler alert.
No,
you
no,
shit
no, I'll
on the
explain
bed.
it. Okay,
I went in,
first-
honest to God, I just put it in and she shit in the bed, said I have to go to
first
the
of all,
toilet. Is that
first
not
of
true,
all,
Lucy?
It's a poo. No,
Well,
it's not true.
everybody will see.
So everyone will see. I
Everyone
moved in
will
with
see.
John. It's all going to be on the telly. I moved into
It was
camp.
disgusting, to be honest with you.
When
Tell you,
was it?
there's the
When did I move
headline
into
for
camp?
tomorrow.
Don't listen to him.
No, she did.
When did
She
I
shit
move
in the bed.
When did I
You
move
did
into
do it,
camp?
Lucy. Don't even lie.
When did I move into camp?
I don't know.
When was it? What day was it?
2 years ago,
It
was
was
it?
the best 3 days of your life.
Yeah, yeah.
So I basically moved in and
she
John was
cleaned the
showing me
kitchen.
around his gaff. I did clean his kitchen.
Yeah.
And I used your
And she
mirror.
got drunk every night.
What was your mirror that I
Swallowing
used?
wine.
What was
She's a wino. Do you know that?
He knows.
We know.
He knows.
I couldn't believe it. Like, she couldn't go to bed without wine.
John.
I had to go and get her wine. She was getting really grumpy. You know?
What was the mirror that I
John,
used?
you're
You were
like a
really
dream come true.
the truth?
What was the mirror that I used in your kitchen to brush my hair, and you were really insulted?
Oh, the James Connolly mirror. With James Connolly was ingrained into the mirror and you were using it to put on your makeup. And I was like, what are you doing? That's James Connolly. Who? I said, are you actually serious?
I was.
This is like a couple of years after like the 100-year anniversary and you don't even know who James Connolly is.
Anyway, I moved in. He was bringing me on a tour of the house. He said, "There's my spare room." Blah blah blah. His mother, even at his age, cleans his gaff and made the bed.
John, do you know
and then
what?
there was poo on my bed. And it
You
was his
shit
cat.
on the bed.
Misty.
Do you know
The camera
what we
will
need-
reveal all.
Do you know what, John?
Camera will reveal.
You and me just need to set up a little WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
And it's called Save Us From Lucy. And we can just share, because everything you're saying, I completely agree
It's all
with.
the truth. She's a raging alcoholic.
He loves
I
it.
pity her husband.
He loves
Honest to
it.
God. I don't know how he puts up to you.
He
Now,
loves it.
The other thing as well is, is it your niece, your cousin now?
Oh,
Is-
me aunt,
Your
Sharon.
aunt is in.
Aunt.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Ireland's Got Talent, yeah. So
Okay, you tell the
have
story
to give
as I draw
Lucy the
you.
credit, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
We were having a little sing-song around the fire, and I got Sharon out to sing, and she sang, and Lucy got the sound woman, and they ended up recording
So-
Sharon and sent it to the producer or whatever. Some little back deal was done, and corruption totally.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it was
And,
not corruption.
Sharon was discovered, I suppose, by Lucy, so I give her the credit.
Yeah.
But
Thank
she's
you.
the best.
So she's now got through to the semi-finals.
Yeah,
Is it?
semi-finals.
Yes, so sorry. So Sharon is on, so for the first semi-finals of Ireland's Got Talent is this Saturday night, 7:30 Virgin Media 1. And Sharon Ward is one of the contestants.
Very good.
It's going to be so weird.
What's that?
Sorry, this is the caricature.
What's that? Now? Come on now, you're messing. You are messing.
Be quiet. Just tell everyone
looks
about,
like a gremlin
tell everyone
or
about
something.
your one-man show.
We will reveal all this in a few minutes' time. Just to say, you're there till
welcome.
Saturday,
This
30th of
Saturday.
March at the Viking Theatre in Clontarf Road. We're going to take a track. We're going to have a look at that Instagram thing. Or sorry, your caricature.
And then let's talk about John's love life.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show on Radio Nova.
John Connors is in studio. Just to say, John's at the Viking Theatre in Clontarf Road till March. Saturday, March 30th.
Saturday's your last show.
With
Yeah.
Ireland's Cup
Can
of
I
Show.
ask you then what's next?
What's next?
Can you tell us? Or are you
I'm
gonna
writing
do
4 or 5 other things. I'm writing my
Wow.
second play, and I'm writing a feature-length script, and I'm co-writing other stuff. So, but I'm doing bits and bobs. I'm directing as well. I'm just directed a documentary that's going to come out soon, a 2-part series.
Cool.
About a girl, about a girl and a father who are kind of going through illness together.
So you're just busy all the time.
Yeah.
He is busy.
Yeah,
and
I'm
are you still doing your acting, your coaching?
Yeah, doing some of them when I can fit them in the acting class and stuff like that.
They're
but I've
brilliant.
kind
I
of no
went
time
to
for
one
them.
of them.
Right.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get involved.
I would get
And you
involved.
were,
I know.
you were just
I was
like
too embarrassed.
You totally
John's like,
bitched
"Come
out,
on."
and you disappointed me because I thought you were brave.
I am
And
brave.
you just totally bitched out, and you wouldn't get in, and everybody else in the class, even people who never acted before, got
Yeah.
up, and you wouldn't get up because
Okay,
you were
Hazy,
trying to maintain your ego.
No, I love this man.
Do you?
Well,
He
the truth.
speaks the truth. He speaks
I
the
just
truth.
speak the truth.
He
No,
speaks
so
the
what-
truth.
She knows I see her. I
Hazy,
see her, you see.
Let me explain what happened. So he does these classes, right?
Yeah,
and
bitched out.
they're strangers.
Mm.
And he goes, okay, right, you two up, okay. So here's your subject. So it could be like fighting over, I don't know.
Biscuits.
And then like
Yeah.
in silence, 2 people have to act it out.
Silent improv.
So I begged him. I said, "No, please don't pick me. And then of course he goes, Lucy. It's get no way in front of like all these like.
And this is on her show, Living with Lucy, and she wouldn't get up.
No.
Like
There
what?
you
Just
go. Would you do that,
bluffed.
Hazel?
Total
Of course
bluff.
I would.
Would you?
Of course you would.
Yeah, I've done acting
Of course
classes
you
and
would.
jazz improv
You
and
haven't done
silent
jazz
improv.
improv.
I've done French mime, you know,
Deadly.
which doesn't work well on radio.
No,
No.
it doesn't.
Here's a little bit of it. So anyway,
Good.
so can
It's
we
good.
just now see the caricature? If you'd like to show it to John there.
Oh my god! Like I thought
Do you
you were
love it?
doing this. Doing this
you
with you
love
because
it?
you were actually semi-talented at this. but that's a joke. That looks like Chucky the doll. Look at the
Are you
size. Is
happy?
my face that size?
No, sorry.
Well, at least my body's small in it anyway, which is a lie. It's inaccurate. It's not real. It looks like
actually,
Shrek.
No, in fair, it doesn't look like Shrek.
There's no
In fairness,
detail in it whatsoever.
Excuse me, there's
You're
no.
terrible.
You do have big guns.
I don't have cross-eyes.
No, but you have big guns.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So anyway, that's day
You're
one.
welcome.
Day one.
You're welcome.
She's terrible. I thought she was
She's
going to be
not.
talented. Like,
I am
one of our
talented.
she's obviously not talented whatsoever in any way.
Right.
See, he slags me. You know, when guys slag you, it means they really love you.
Just,
That's what's happening.
just before we finish, as we do with all our guests, we have the last 5 questions. So it's the last 5 questions you'll ever be asked by us anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
today.
exactly.
No, I know
Putting
it
the
does-
committers on me.
You're going to get shot.
Yeah, it does sound quite, but anyway, it's the last 5 questions. So question 5, what's the last movie you watched?
The last movie I watched, that was The Wrestler. Mickey Rourke for about the 50th time.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
Even though he has Titanic in his kitchen cupboard.
I don't.
Okay. You
I
do.
don't.
You
I do.
I
That,
find
that was not mine.
Children.
Yeah.
it is yours.
Children.
Okay. What was the last takeaway you've had?
The last takeaway. Oh, do you know what it was? I've been on this diet now for the last 3 months, and the other day I was in Wexford, and I was just real angry when I got off the stage. I don't know what happened, and I just went straight, and I got a fish and chips, and I just devoured it in about 10 seconds. It's like I didn't even taste it. I just swallowed it.
Oh wow, what an attractive
Salt and vinegar.
sight.
Yeah.
What time did you go to bed at last night?
Last night I went to bed about 1 o'clock. It takes a couple hours after they come off the stage to come down. So.
Okay.
Okay, when was the last time you wore a hat?
2 days ago, wearing me paddy cap.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Paddy cap.
I wear paddy caps, yeah.
Paddy cap. And when's the last time, John Connors, you cried?
Actually, The Wrestler.
I left.
The Wrestler, I deliberately put on The Wrestler so I can cry.
Do you?
Yeah, because it's not a real cheesy film, but it's raw and visceral. And it's the comeback in the end and this idea that he's doing it for the fans, and I always cry.
So does that get you then into a mood for writing, or does it release it?
I just like crying. It's cathartic.
Sorry, can I interrupt? I just can't continue on with these lies. The last time he cried is when I left the camp.
That was a celebration.
I tell you, the WhatsApp group is starting in 5 minutes. John Collins, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank
Good
you
to
so
see
much
you,
for
pal.
coming.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show on Radio Nova.
Here we go once again.
Tired this morning.
At the
Too much
movies.
chatter. Everyone's just talking.
Susie, calm down. It's Our Man at the Movies here, and just to tell you, Our Man at the Movies is brought to you by the Gaiety School of Acting. From kids camps to stand-up comedy to public speaking, it's time to take centre stage in your life.
A lot of good actors have come out of the Gaiety, like my good friend Colin Farrell.
Okay, and we head over to Clint
Clint's
now,
future husband.
who's now going to talk about Colin Farrell.
It was lovely to meet Colin Farrell at the Intercontinental in Dublin last Saturday. He was in town for the premiere, the Irish premiere of Dumbo.
Did you put this on my Instagram?
I did. You can see this on your Instagram,
Brilliant
Lucy
interview.
Kennedy. You can see this on nova.ie.
Very good.
Me chatting with Colin. A lovely, lovely fellow. Of course, he's done the reimagination of the 1941 classic Disney flick. Of course, about the beautiful big-eared elephant that gets picked up in a circus and gets told to perform. Here's a little taste.
Dumbo. This is it, just like in rehearsal. Except for lights, music, big fire. You can do it.
That's the voice of Danny DeVito there, also in this film, alongside
Great
Michael
cast.
Keaton.
Brilliant
Tim
cast.
Burton reuniting them. Of course, he did the Batman films with him. And the first time Colin Farrell has worked with Tim Burton. My new pal, he calls me at the end of this. Me and my friend, Colin Farrell. G'day, Colin. Well,
Hey, Clint.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Well, that's an Aussie accent.
Yeah. I just picked it up,
Yeah. I'm spending more time in Ireland these days. But
So, where'd you grow up?
Perth was home.
Okay.
Did you make it over to
I
Perth?
didn't make it there, no. I got very, very lazy. You know, we had planned to travel the great continent of, but then we just didn't really leave Sydney. I mean, we did. We got up to Byron Bay for a week, which was beautiful, and into Nimbin for a couple of days, which is...
It was hazy days in Nimbin.
Oh, my God. What a strange, wonderful place that was. But,
So it's true you were a backpacker when you were 18.
No, see,
No?
that's what we had claimed we were going to backpack, but we didn't. No, we got far too cosy in Sydney, and there was far too many good clubs and bars to explore, and we didn't really. Yeah, we stayed there.
Everyone loves elephants. I've ridden them in Thailand. I saw the orphanage in Sri Lanka. I sponsored one in Taronga Zoo in
good for you.
Sydney.
Yeah.
We all love elephants. You fell in love with an elephant in this film, I bet.
Yeah, well, not only was there no elephants harmed in the making of this film, there was no elephants used in the making of this film.
Where did you find one with such big ears?
There was. Yeah, exactly. We had a wonderful actor by the name of Ed Osmond, who had stilts on the end of his arms, and he was dressed head to toe in figure-hugging green spandex, God bless him, but he took it on the chin like a champ. And he obviously spent hours watching YouTube and observing baby elephants and how they moved, because he was fairly extraordinary. Yeah, he really was amazing. What he would do, and look, he was in green spandex, the suspension of disbelief wasn't really in your corner, but what he would do and how he would move sometimes and how he would nuzzle into you and hide his head and look up was amazing. He did a lot of the work for us.
And
elephants are beautiful creatures, as you say, though. I mean, they're such deeply feeling creatures. They grieve and mourn so poetically, and they say an elephant never forgets. And they
you didn't get to ride one, though. Only Eva
No,
gets
I'm
to
all
do
right
that.
with that, though.
Why?
I did. Did I ride one back in the day in... Did I get the leg over an elephant back in the day in Thailand when we were doing Alexander? I think so, yeah.
Okay. Right. Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Fun times
alumni,
behind the scenes, I bet.
Tim Burton alumni, yeah. Especially Danny's a blast, man. And Michael's lovely. Look, it was really... I felt like I was stepping in line with a family that was already existent long before I arrived, It was this family of creative dysfunction that was just beautiful to be around. And obviously Tim Burton has worked with Michael and Danny a couple of times. He's worked with Ava. I think this was their third film together. So there was this deep familiarity that was on the set and part of the whole production for 6 months that was just beautiful to be a part of.
And all the circus freaks, for want of a bit of a term, are they real circus people?
Yeah. Real freaks. We got the real freaks in, yeah, as only Tim Burton would.
So the lunch break would have been interesting with the strong man down the corridor.
Do you know what, man? Every corner you looked on the set, there was something gorgeous and colourful and highly skilled and trained taking place. There was tightrope walkers and gymnasts from Lithuania and contortionists from Mongolia and magicians from South America. And there was just this panoply of people from all four corners of the globe who are and were circus performers, and that is their livelihood. And so there was this kind of ragamuffin outsider element that was always in existence for the 6 months. They were there every single day. It was amazing to be around. It felt like it was a living, breathing family of circus performers.
There is a powerful message amongst all of that.
Yeah.
And how would you describe it?
I would say this film does promote the hypothesis that generosity and compassion and kindness and inclusion are what we need more of as human beings to live, peaceful, harmonious, contented lives.
Are you worried about that in this world we live in now?
Always. It's always been that way. We inflict terrible cruelty on each other as human beings. We're also capable of incredible gestures of compassion and kindness. I mean, if we weren't capable and weren't constantly exacting kindness and compassion, also the planet would have fallen off its axis at this stage, because there is a lot of cruelty. There's a lot of cruelty in the form of violence, and both physical and verbal, and there's also cruelty in the form of intolerance. And social media is tricky now, because as it can bring people together, it's also creating an environment where people are unaccountable for the things they say and the things they do.
Well, thank you for the lovely film that is Dumbo.
Thanks, man.
See you next time.
All right, pal.
Oh, pal.
Yeah.
When are you and Carl going out for drinks?
Well, we had a couple at the Intercontinental.
Did you?
Yeah, but then he had to go talk to other people.
He's a good guy, isn't he? He is the guy next door.
He is very good.
Grounded.
And the film, Lucy, now... I got to say,
Let's talk.
There were others in the theatre who brought the Kleenex and used it. I brought the Kleenex and did not use it.
Okay.
And I feel that I kind of missed something. I'm not sure. Because there were, when you're surrounded by people crying and you're not, does that say something about you?
Yes.
Or does that say something about the film?
No, it says
No,
something
that
about
says
you.
something about you.
Okay.
That there's something removed from you.
You're removed and tough-skinned.
Well, I love the Tim Burton touch on this, I got to say.
See, Tim Burton gives me the willies. Did
In a
he
good
do
way or a
Alice?
bad way?
Not necessarily in a good way.
Okay,
did he do Alice in Wonderland?
Yes,
and
he did.
He's quite dark.
Yeah, there is a darkness to
yeah.
this, but that's why the lightness makes it so much more beautiful. Anyway,
Okay, so
the
it's sad.
kids will enjoy this. I think you will cry, Lucy. I don't think you will cry,
But if
Colm.
I'm going to cry, will my children cry? And I don't want them to cry.
Oh, no, because it's the happy story and the beautifulness. And it's the perfect film
Does
for
he
Mother's
find
Day,
his
Lucy.
mummy at the end?
Perfect film for Mother's Day. I won't spoil it now.
I don't think I would cry at a big-eared elephant.
3.5 stars for the
Okay.
big-eared elephant.
Oh,
3.5 stars.
That's all.
because I just didn't cry. I would have got an extra star for the
But maybe you
tears.
just weren't in the mood for crying. You know, it's like sometimes it's just like the time of the month where you just feel like emotional. Maybe you just didn't feel emotional.
I will say I do love that Arcade Fire, the Canadian rockers, have redone the classic song Baby Mine that was in the original, nominated for Oscars and stuff like that. So you have to stay till the end to see the credits and hear this.
And blow your nose.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show on Radio Nova.
Deirdre O'Kane's in studio. Good morning, Deirdre
So
O'Kane.
good to see you.
I love to cheer myself in the morning.
Isn't it good?
Yes. All right for me.
Well done you getting in as well, because it's tricky with the school run, isn't it, at this
It's
time?
tricky.
What's the traffic like, Deirdre?
Wasn't bad. No,
Was it?
I made good time this morning.
Good.
Okay.
Pain in the arse, the traffic.
Just as we begin, can I just say that we're now going Facebook Live, and this is the second of the series of Drawing with Lucy.
Yeah.
Yesterday you did an amazing
Okay,
caricature
no, let's
of
not
John
call it
Connors.
drawing with Lucy, because that's a bit embarrassing.
Okay, so
Basically, I've been...
sketching is
Well,
good.
I've been forced
Yeah.
to sketch. I'd rather not even include my name in this.
And sketchy is kind of dodgy as well, so that's a nice little double
Sketchy.
entendre going on there.
Sketchy.
Sketchy with Lucy.
Lucy Sketchy.
Sketchy Kennedy.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah, it could be
Kennedy.
a good name, actually.
Yeah.
So
So I drew John Connors yesterday. Needless to say, our friendship is over. So just to warn you, you might not be happy.
Yeah.
Think about what one of your kids would have drawn, maybe.
I tell you what,
at
I don't
age
really
4.
care. Just don't age me anymore.
Okay,
than I
right.
already am.
Well, that's
Okay.
fair enough.
And
Yeah.
at the end, then we get you to sign it, and then it goes up. We have a rogues gallery in the office. Well, there's
Yeah.
only 2 so far.
Yeah.
And then one day we may do something with them.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
like burn them.
We don't know what. We don't know.
Now, you are aging beautifully, even though you are the busiest lady in Ireland.
Yeah,
Fill us in now.
throwing money at my face, love. Literally, I take the cash and I throw it directly at my face to
That's
try
the
and
way.
save it. Yeah.
But you've been chock-a-block since I last saw you.
I'm a busy girl. I'm still on tour, you see. So, but
Yes.
I'm coming to the end of my tour, kind of more or less finishing up on Vicar Street.
Right.
Although my manager will kill me because he's
Yeah.
just added new dates. But never mind that.
The
Let's
Has it
just
been a
walk
full-
on.
of April.
Sorry, full tour of Ireland.
I've done the full tour of Ireland. I have an extra leg has kind of been added, but
Right.
I'm more or less finishing my Dublin dates now in Vicar Street on the
Yeah.
4th of April.
How exciting. And this is, can we talk about your gig? Can we talk
Yeah.
about what's in it?
The Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
It's my Dancing with the Stars show.
Okay, if you were allowed to
essentially.
say that.
Yeah, people may have forgotten now because there was a new finalist. Although I have to say, it was my John who won this year.
It was your
Was,
John
yeah.
who
I
won.
got
You must
him
be
to
so
the final.
happy.
I was very happy for him. He's a
Wow.
good man. I was very happy for him. Yeah,
Fantastic. Now, I have seen this show, haven't I?
you have.
And I can safely say that I took up my inhaler during the performance. I was laughing so much.
That's a good sign. Isn't it?
We live together. It's not coming out till
Yeah.
September, but honestly, it's hysterical. And then when there's just something about your face that makes me laugh, T. And it's
Is it all the money that you get?
it was thrown
Did I
at
put
us.
into it?
It's the delivery. It's just the way it's hilarious. It is hilarious.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about
Yeah.
one of my concerns when I was kind of took it on was that John, who's just won it, was 23 years younger than me, and I was concerned just a tad about this age gap. And then I discovered, but actually, the 23-year age gap is very popular at the moment. All the rage.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Donald
yeah.
Trump
yeah.
and Melania being the most famous couple. Donald is older.
Yes.
And then the other couple whom I love talking about are the French President, Emmanuel Macron,
Yeah.
and his wife, Brigitte.
Yeah.
23-year age gap there now. She's older.
She's older,
Not
yeah,
showing enough
yeah.
money at that face, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
No.
But I'm worried about Brigitte. And I can't believe that I'm going to say something sexist against my own sex. But I can't. She's a fabulous looking woman.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about the fact that he's 40 and she's 63, which is fine. But when he's 50, she'll be 73.
Yeah.
And when he's 60, she'll be fucking
80.
dead.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
more good
yeah,
news?
Yeah. Morto, you mort, yeah.
Plus, I
She'll
mostly
be
think
dead.
I hung out with somebody who was 23 years younger than me
So-
for 4 months, and she must be exhausted.
So do you think then it's better? Actually, there's a report in the papers today saying that men in their 80s who are still getting a little bit of, let's say,
Action.
action.
Does that even
Seriously,
happen?
would you be able?
Would you
Well,
be?
no, but
would you be?
no, but they
Would you be
last
in the
much
mood?
longer. So they looked at blokes that weren't getting nothing, right?
Yeah.
In their 80s, and they looked at blokes that were getting it, and the blokes in their 80s that were getting it lasted much longer. So
Lived longer, like.
lived longer.
As opposed to last
Lasting,
longer
yes.
on the job. Yes.
There's a bit of
Lived
that,
longer.
isn't there?
Lived much longer. So do you think
Right.
which is better? Would you prefer 23?
I prefer them to die, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna
Sooner
Nicole
rather
Lefty.
than later. Yeah.
Anna Nicole. Okay, go on. So tell us about the show then. So it's you talking about your experiences.
Yeah, well, it's the Dance with the Stars and, all of that stuff, the John being younger, the pain. Like, for example, I was in quite a lot of pain. You can't go from moderate exercise 3 times a week to 8 to 10 hours of dancing 7 days a week without a lot of pain.
Whereabouts is the pain? Where was the worst
pain? All over
pain?
my body.
She lost about 16 stone.
I did. I was massive. Do you remember?
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
No, you were never massive, but look at her now. Like, they are like size 4 jeans for children. They're my Holly's jeans.
They're not, but nevertheless, the pain was unreal. But Rob Heffernan, who was an Olympian and who was one of our contenders, he was able to give me advice. His main advice being, Deirdre, make sure your pee is clear. Make sure your pee is clear. You have to hydrate. You have to hydrate properly. Your muscles are like sponges, right? They soak up all the moisture that's around them. And if you don't have enough moisture around the muscle, they seize up on you, which is what happened to my legs. They seize up on you. And then the week the snow came down, like it was so much drama that took part in this thing. The week the snow came down, we all had to check into a hotel around the corner from here, by the way.
Gibson,
where our dance studio was just across the road. And because the roads were closed, like the idea of not getting to dance practice there'd be no show. So we had to get there. So we were into a hotel. We were for the week, which I won't mind telling you was very nice because the hotel ran out of milk and we had to drink Prosecco. And I said to Rob Heffernan, love, my pee is not just clear, it is sparkling.
Oh gosh! Did you? And since then, have all the pains gone away, or is there a pain that's still there?
It's like childbirth. The minute you stop, you're grand. The pain's gone, The minute you stop dancing, you're
But you loved it though,
fine.
didn't you? Because you were so scared doing it in the first place, and then you went, right, you threw yourself in, and my God, she can dance.
I mean, look, it was a really exhilarating, insane. I will never do anything that mental again. It was so bonkers. I can't. I mean, that's why I actually had to write a show about it. I had to process the whole thing.
So
yes.
In your show, do you dance?
I do at the end. I have a dummy of John.
Do you?
And I talk about
That's
the week
hilarious.
I switched up with Vitaly and he scared the living daylights out of me because do you know how the Russians teach their children, do you?
No.
They bait them with big sticks. They're like the Christian
Nice.
Brothers in Russian. That's what they're like.
Nice.
So I was screaming at me for the week. So that was, I traumatised. Yeah.
Just to say, the show is at Vicar Street. Is Tuesday, the 4th of April. Some tickets still available there.
A line of O'Kane.
So you can see.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah. What's it called?
A line of O'Kane.
A Line of O'Kane. Very good.
Yeah.
So you can see a lot of comedy and dancing with a dummy at the end. Dancing for
I
dummies.
also talk about turning 50 and having teenagers, so,
Okay.
it's not all done.
So on the way, Lucy will reveal the caricature of the beautiful Deirdre O'Kane.
Hopefully we'll still be friends.
And let's see if it matches.
Do you think I care, love? I've seen so many bad pictures of myself now, it'll just go on the heap.
Stop.
And also, we will ask Deirdre the last 5 questions she'll ever be asked. A little bit of music first.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show on Radio Nova.
Oh,
Yes,
she's
so-
been drawn.
Sketched.
It's quite disconcerting. Do you feel like you're at your driving test? Does that feeling? I feel like, when I'm drawing the celebrity.
I feel like I'm in the witness protection box.
Yes. I was saying, have you seen
what it
this
is.
woman? There you go. So do you want to
this
show, just if you want to lift it up there, this is on Facebook Live as well. We'll get a little
Are you
reaction.
happy with it?
I actually think that's very cute. Look at the little scarf and the necklace detail
Thank you.
we did there. Very nice. And I look about 12.
She looks
There you
for
go.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That'll go up into the Rogues Gallery. Now, Deirdre O'Kane, as we mentioned, playing Thursday, 4th of April in Vicar Street. Before we go now, we must ask you and give you your last 5 questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, will I go first today?
Please do.
What was the last movie that you watched?
I watched a documentary film about the Gaza Strip
Oh, brainy.
On Netflix?
called Gaza.
On Netflix?
I don't think so. I was sent a link to it, but
Okay.
I think it's coming out.
She's very brainy.
Haven't seen that. Good.
Excellent.
Okay.
Brilliant.
What's the last takeaway you had?
She doesn't eat.
I don't really
Dancers
do
don't
a lot
eat.
now, but
Do you
I'd
not do
say
takeaways?
not really, but I'd say it. Well, if when I do, I get it from Kyoto noodles in Dunleary there.
Oh, they are noodles from Dunleary.
Kyoto, a bit of Kyoto, yeah.
Okay, what
They are, Mrs.
what time did you go to bed at last night?
About midnight.
Okay.
Oh, late.
Was that after your noodles?
That was after my friend who did a little clothes sale in her house and a swap and all that. malarkey.
thanks
And
for the
first
nod.
of all, I went to Madagascar and the Gaiety. Look at me, I was
Sorry,
all
thanks
rage
for the
last
nod
night.
to the clothes gig.
Sure, you're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
You
I
wouldn't
know,
be
but I would
attending
always
that.
find time for second-hand
I'll
clothes.
let you know about the next one.
Thank you.
Okay, so this may answer this question may be answered by the last one. When's the last time you wore a hat?
I don't wear hats.
Was there not one last night at the the clothes sale, no?
No.
You never
You
wear
won't
hats?
catch me in a hat, love. I look.
What about a cap?
Ridiculous in a hat.
A cap. Do you know where
What
a
about
cap?
a cat?
Nothing.
No, a cap. We know you have a cat.
No,
What about
love,
a
I
cap?
look ridiculous in hats and cats.
So was the last time?
Yes,
was the
don't
last
put a
time
cat
maybe
on
when
your
you were a
head.
teenager or something?
You just won't find me in a hat. A
You
sun
must
hat.
wear shark
a
cap.
sun hat on a holiday. I'd
That'll
wear.
do.
I
That'll
would,
do.
in
Okay.
fairness, yeah.
Okay.
And finally, the last time that you cried.
Oh, probably yesterday. I'd say I'd be crying
Probably.
on a fairly regular basis.
Do
I
you cry
read.
a lot?
I fall when I'm reading books. I'm reading Joe Biden's book called "Promise Me Dad" at the moment. Oh Jesus, stop! Would you be able?
Are you just
Weeping
crying all the
way
time?
through it. Crying all the time.
Would you cry at ads on
Sure, when
television?
people get their house done up, do you remember those changing rooms?
Yeah.
And she'd have a lovely living room. I'd be bawling with her.
I'd be bawling with her. Jealous.
Look at her curtains.
Jealous.
Yeah, bawling.
So it's just a tear fest all the time.
Laughing and crying.
Pretty much.
Oh, brilliant! I love it.
In a
Okay.
nutshell, she's just a
And
freak.
crying, laughing.
Yeah, there is a little bit of that, isn't there?
No, doesn't wear a hat, but Jesus, she'll cry at the drop of a hat. There
Yeah.
you go. Deirdre O'Kane is playing on the 4th of April in Vicar Street, and thank you
Is
so
that it? Is that it
I
then?
have tour dates then,
Yeah.
which are on my website, deirdreokane.net, like places like Ennis, and look at me throwing that out.
Yeah.
No,
Places
throw it.
like
Go
Ennis.
for it.
Yeah.
Places like Ennis,
And
you
I
say.
have to go look at my
Website. See where you
website
are.
myself.
Okay, have a look at our website, guys, because this woman is funny.
Brilliant. Okay, Deirdre O'Kane, thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
having me,
You're
guys.
very welcome.
4th of April, and we will be putting up later on the picture of you with your caricature.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show on Radio Nova.
Wait. Sorry, and Lucy's just playing the game at the
11.
moment. That's what happened. So it's hit it's hit John Delaney's head with tennis balls, and it's a direct consequence of the game, obviously, the other day, where tennis balls were thrown all over the pitch. But Lucy mentioned on air the other day that she thought the tennis balls were being brought into the stadium to throw at John Delaney's head. We all laughed. How we laughed?
Yeah, we all
but
laughed.
How wrong
'cause
were we?
We were wrong. See, I thought, like, why does everyone keep on talking about it? Because then he's going to know just to duck.
Yeah. But there was one lad, Simon Darcy, who was watching the game, and he's developed a game
Which
where
I
you
love.
You're playing it
I'm
now.
now playing it now.
Let's get Simon Darcy up. Simon, good morning.
How's it going, guys?
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Simon, I absolutely love this game. I'm up to 11. Is that impressive?
It's very impressive. I think the best you're going to get is 15. So.
15. Okay.
Poor John, he must have such a headache this morning.
So just to say that if you go to if you just Google actually John Delaney tennis ball game or Simon Darcy online, you'll get the game. So basically, it's John Delaney's head is spinning on a background of green.
13.
And you've got tennis balls that you just shoot at his head. Simon, how did you come up with this?
Well, I suppose I do listen to Radio Nova and your own show.
There you go. So you heard Lucy.
So I guess maybe there was a kind of a seed of an idea there.
Yeah.
But it's not as though I was watching the kind of game, and just after all kind of happened, I kind of followed Twitter during it, and I just saw that like more people were talking about the tennis balls than they were about the actual goal.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because it was such an amazing goal. And I just kind of thought to myself, like, I've done a few of these before, and I kind of thought, it's all about the timing. So I just kind of spent the second half building this and put it out. And
so you built it while you were watching the game in the second half. You built this game online
during the second half. I would have built that. Yes,
it's brilliant.
Yeah, just had a moment of inspiration and kind of put it together. So kind of I've built several games before and kind of usually around this kind of viral kind of silly satire type stuff. So it's
Simon, I feel like you're a genius. Are you single?
I'm not. No.
Oh, there you go. So, Simon, tell me this.
I've got a single friend.
How many hits do you think you have so far on this game?
So I can tell you that, like, just from yesterday alone, like, so basically when I put this out, like, I sent on a few WhatsApp groups and nobody got back to, like, not even a reaction. But then the next morning I had, like, my brother ringing me saying, I just heard on the radio something about that game you sent.
Right, yeah.
And then I just checked the stats and it was through the roof. So, like, just even yesterday, the page that's on got hit, like, 150,000 times.
Wow.
Just from, like,
My
yesterday
son is
morning
going to
to
love this.
Yeah. So is this the biggest game you've developed, Simon?
No. I built a kind of few. I built one based on the Point Man meme, which was actually kind of over a longer period. That was another one just kind of blew up. It was absolutely huge, and the reaction on Twitter and social media and stuff was insane with that one.
Simon, how do you make money from games like this?
Well, I actually don't.
Oh.
So I have a normal 9-to-5 job and stuff, and this is just more of a hobby. So, I've got a programming background, but I kind of moved into a kind of a different role now. But I still kind of, in my spare time, I still kind of look at the technology. It never keeps evolving. So I like to keep up to date and games is a great way of doing that. So this is just more of a kind of hobby, a bit of fun.
Right.
But what if this was an app? What if people could download this as an app on their phone?
Well, funny that game itself is based off one of the top apps at the moment as well. So it's I probably wouldn't compare it to that one. That's just kind of a more so when I try and build them, they'd be more just kind of shareable online. So with apps, they're kind of it's tough to market an app. It's tough to kind of get them out there.
Wow. But listen, we love it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I haven't stopped playing it.
Lucy hasn't. I showed it Lucy. She hasn't stopped playing it. I'm just looking at her now. She's up to 9 now.
So I got up to 13.
She got up to 13. Just, again, you can't get past 15, can you not?
Well, I have seen people on Twitter and stuff getting 16, 17, and I even seen one guy 18, but I think he kind of faked that. Like,
yeah.
What if we were to do the rest of John's body, and then people could just throw up all of his wimwams?
Yeah, totally. Like, I didn't expect it to kick off. So that's just kind of a really simple version. If I'd known it was going to be so popular, I would have done levels or different heads.
Different parts of his body.
you move on from his head. You move on to different parts. Just if I can just say, if you continue listening to the Colm Lucy Breakfast Show, Lucy will throw out crazy ideas all the time for games and
yeah, Simon, let's work together.
And people can forage off her brain. Sorry, Simon.
And yourself.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you very much.
No, but mine actually work and make sense. That's the difference.
Okay, we're going to put a link up to the game on Twitter, Facebook, and on Nova.ie.
Well done, Simon.
All
Brilliant.
Right. Listen, good talking to you, and we'll keep in contact. All right? Okay.
Have a lovely day.
Thanks very much.
See you.
Bye, Simon.
Bye. So it's hit Delaney with as many balls as you can.
So simple, but oh my God, it's so addictive. Now I am a bit not gamey, but gamery. I do like a
so
good
I'm
game.
not a bit gamey. I'm
not
gamery.
gamey. I'm gamery. I like games.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
Okay, so
I'm a gamey gamer.
You can play that now on air and live. Actually, we're just playing now. She's 9. Go. 10. Go. 11. Keep going.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show on Radio Nova.
So typically parents get very excited when their baby says dada or mama for the first time. But this is brilliant, right? Joe Pitt in LA was caught on his baby's monitor dancing and singing while holding his toddler and then saying, "Hey Google, play the baddie song." When his young child chimed in and said, "Hey Google, listen to this."
The first words.
Everyone do the baddie band. Hey Google, play the baddie song. Cleo. She just said Google.
She just said Google.
Her first word was Google. What a modern child.
Oh, wow. Isn't that amazing? That's the way the world is now, because usually mama, dada, or grandpa. Have a listen to the kids shouting it. Just hear the kids.
Everyone do the baddie band. Hey Google, play the baddie song.
Google. I'm very impressed that child could say Google. Like Jess.
Yeah.
Jess, her first word was mama. I think most babies are mama.
Mama, well, isn't the big thing, the big conflict in the house? Will the child say mama first or dada first? I think Holly said dada and Alex said mama. But hey,
or
Google.
You've chosen to think that.
Well, that's the way. History has rewritten itself.
Dads like to
way,
think that they're. Mind you, that is easier than the yeah.
But then as they grow up, kids do say the strangest things, don't they?
Yeah.
And because this week we're giving away those tickets, those family passes to the amazing Lugwoods Easter egg hunt. What is it? Everyone's got something that their kids have said. That crazy. It could be the first word. It could be just something they just said that just sticks in your mind all the time.
First words.
I remember my little nephew could never say he could never pronounce T.
Yes.
The letter T. T. He could never say T. So when he actually saw, we were in I always remember this day, we're in a chipper, he's about 5 years of age, and he just passed by, he shouted in the middle of the chipper, "Look at the size of that big hook." He meant to say truck.
Oh.
But he can only use the letter F instead of truck. I know, in front, and it was like, no, it's okay, it's his teeth. It's okay, it's his teeth. He's fine. He meant truck.
They can't say certain letters.
Yeah.
Just can't say S.
S, okay.
She just can't say this. That's very cute. Let us know anyway your child's first word.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just thinking, Holly used to say tenchment. Because she was sick, we'd all say, does she have a bit of a temperature? But she could never say temperature.
Yeah.
So she used to go around, she'd come in and say, "I have a tenchment."
Yeah, tenchment. And also Paschetti is another one.
Yeah.
Paschetti.
If you've got one at 087 1818 100, kids they do say the darnest things.
You know that. Good morning, Halls, if you're listening, but Halls would call our iPad a HiPad.
iPad, yeah, okay.
You say, Mommy, can I use your iPad?
Well, Holly used to say, this is my Holly. God, it's with the Hollies, isn't it? Instead of handbag, handbag. Because she thought that's where Anne kept her sandwiches.
Yeah, handbag.
So she'd say, don't forget your handbag today.
Yeah.
Heidi, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hey, Heidi, how are you today?
Good morning.
Good, thanks, Terry.
Okay, what have you got?
A couple of things.
Good.
I can't remember his first word. I think it was probably Dada or something.
Yeah.
But I remember putting my tights on one. It was a winter's morning, so it's those thick tights that you wear. And my son turned around at me horrified. Ma'am, what are you doing? You can't wear those. They're for superheroes.
Brilliant. And he was probably right. What else did he do?
I remember him saying to me that his third head was itchy. What is he talking about? Third head?
Yeah.
And then I realised that it's his forehead he was talking about.
His first, second, and his third head. That's brilliant. What age is he now?
He's 9 now. He's sitting in the car here with me about to go to school.
What's his name?
Arthur.
Oh, morning, Arthur. Good man.
Morning.
Good
morning.
Arthur.
How are you doing? What a great name, Arthur. I love that name.
It's a strong name. Remember King Arthur. Have a good day, Arthur. Thanks, Heidi.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a lovely day.
Actually, they're two strong names, aren't they? Heidi and Arthur.
Yeah, great names.
We have Jackie as well.
Jackie, good morning.
Good morning, Colm and Lucy. How are you
have
guys?
you recovered from the 12 parties at Christmas?
Just about. I know, so that happens in my house every Friday. That's every Friday.
Yes, I know. You still have that crazy little setup. It was like a scene from Monty Python. About 856 people were in your gaff.
Yeah.
That's exactly
That was our first party that we went to.
That's right.
As well, yeah.
That's right. It was the best party too.
Of course it was. How is life?
Life is good. I'm just on the beach with my friend Una, who you would have met at my party.
Yeah.
You go for a little walk?
Yeah, we're going for a little walk. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Tell us about your nephew. Was it your nephew?
No, my daughter. She'll kill me now because she's 18 now.
Okay.
But, see, her first word was actually Daddin. She called her dad Daddin for years.
Love
Daddin. But we went to see Over the Hedge, and she would have been very small, maybe 3.5, maybe 4.
Yeah.
And there's a skunk. A character is a skunk, and she's got all these.
I know.
She's an army dude. Yeah.
So
she throws a hand grenade, and she goes, "Fire in the hole!" But Alison went around saying, "There's a fire in my hole."
I love it.
Oh, Alison.
But then I have my best friend has twins.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's a girl and a boy, Anne and Roisin, if they're listening. Roisin used to say, when she did something wrong, she used to say, "The right side of my brain made me do it." That was scary. That wasn't funny. That was actually scary.
Oh my God, that's creepy.
That could be
the
scary.
right side of my brain made me do it.
I love it. That is scary.
What a bright child.
Yeah.
Jackie, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Have
of
a
yourself.
lovely day. Happy walking.
Take care.
See you. No, bye.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy breakfast show on Radio Nova.
Good morning. There we were talking earlier on, actually, this, which is up on Twitter now, if you follow us on Twitter. And it's this
Colm
kid.
and Lucy K.
Colm and Lucy K. And it's this kid. And the first word they said was, "Hey, Google." You want mama, dad, they went to Google. And people have been texting with the strange things their kids have said. Somebody said, this is very good. My niece used to struggle with her K's, right? The letter K.
Yeah.
So on Christmas morning, so think of instead of K, she'd say T. So whatever the word K is, she'd say. On Christmas morning, she had received a toy kitten and shouted while we were all sat at the table, "I love the titty. Uncle Steve, do you love the titty?"
Oh, lovely.
And everyone saying, "No, she means the kitty. It's the kitty she means." I love it. Isabel, somebody's texting saying, my daughter Isabel says teacups instead of hiccups. So she says, "I
cute.
have the teacups." Yeah.
I love that. That's cute.
While driving past a farm, my young daughter said, "Can you smell the cleavage instead of the silage?"
Brilliant.
I love it. Oh God, some of them. Oh, some kids are rude as well, which is great.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was one more there actually that came up. My son, when he was 6, asked could he open the Calpol bottle, to which I responded he couldn't as it was child locked. He thought for a moment and then asked, how did it know that a child was opening it?
Ah,
Yeah,
that's clever.
Yeah, isn't it?
That is a little bit genius.
My daughter can't pronounce her Y like yogurt instead of yogurt, so she says logurt. But also, when she's done a poo, she shouts, "Mum, will you wipe my bum? I've done a lucky instead of a yucky poo."
A lucky poo.
I've done a lucky.
Cute.
So people in the toilets find it hilarious because they shout, "Oh, look, you've done a lucky." I know. Lorraine is on the line as well.
Hello, Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine.
Hello, Lucy. Hi, Colm.
How are you doing?
Good morning.
Are you?
I'm
You sound,
great.
you sound very sprightly and busy.
Oh, absolutely. I have a 2-year-old shadowing me here trying to talk to you.
Oh, what is your 2-year-old's name?
He is called Duke. Say hi, Duke.
Hey,
Duke.
Duke, good.
Hi,
Cool.
Duke.
Yeah.
Cool,
How are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
He's in good form, but in top 5.
Is he watching
You know
Peppa
when you
Pig?
go- He is.
Welcome to my
You know, when
world.
you go on the phone, they all are up. So
Okay.
it's quite
Yes.
it's fun and games.
What
yeah.
have you got for us, Lorraine?
Our other little boy, Colt, when he was 3, he couldn't manage to tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile.
Right.
So he came out all by himself and told us it was a crocagator. So from now on,
Yeah.
it's so cute. From now, we've just called it that since. So in our house, it's a crocagator.
Crocagator.
So, yeah.
I love it.
Very
Adorable.
cute. Very cute.
Love it, Lorraine. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's a good one.
You're very welcome.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Duke. Have a lovely day.
Now we're talking about it. We're talking about it inside here, and people with the Nova kids in here and all the strange things. Holly thought it was a handbag, not a handbag. Marty Miller.
Yo.
What's going on in your family?
How you doing?
I think I have an alcoholic 2-year-old.
Already? Okay, yeah.
Well,
What's the story?
what they say,
Well-
the apple doesn't fall.
Hey now, on Friday just gone, it was one of those sort of afternoons where come sort of 5 o'clock, it's like, will we have a glass of wine?
Yeah.
To Dee. And Dee, who does lunchtimes here on
Was
Nova.
it really 5 o'clock, Marty?
Well, it was about 1:30.
Yeah.
She was technically still on the radio.
Yeah. Technically, she was still in the workplace.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's like, will we have a little cheeky glass of wine? And Dee was like, yeah, let's have a cheeky glass of wine. Next thing, I'll just play this from my phone, right?
What's wrong?
I want another wine.
Want a glass of what?
Wine. Want some wine, Mom?
That is hysterical.
brilliant.
How did Dee keep a straight face? Was she
Just
laughing
to
at her
be
face?
clear,
Yeah.
she thinks a glass of wine
Is
is
Ribena.
sparkling water.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is for the social services that are
Yes.
listening.
No, Marcia, no, you're so
They're
right.
already in their car.
No, you're so right. We're the same, yeah. What she thinks is Ribena or blackcurrant or is this red or white?
It's white. It's white. Oh, it's
Okay, right,
sparkly.
so yeah.
But
It's,
see,
so it's
they-
technically Prosecco she's looking
they
for.
see-
Tell you what, she's got good taste.
They see the profound effect that wine has on the parents. Makes them so relaxed and allow them run out the back door and everything. So they want it as well.
I love it, but what you can't obviously see there because this is the radio, but she's actually falling around her bedroom demanding a glass of wine.
She's so upset.
It's the best of the Colm and Lucy Breakfast Show on Radio Nova.
That's it from the Colm and Lucy podcast. We'll have another podcast up next week. And remember, you can join us live on the radio. Radio Nova, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10.
The Colm and Lucy podcast. Seriously addictive podcasting.
From Nova.ie and Radio Nova.